Hi, I'm Holly and welcome to another episode of How to House Share. In today's episode we're going to be looking at thermostatic radiator valves, how to use them and how to troubleshoot them if it feels like it's not adjusting the temperature of your radiator. So firstly, let's start with what is a thermostatic radiator valve. It's the thing on the end of your radiator. It will usually be on one side or the other, and more often than not it will have either numbers or a plus and negative symbol to indicate the temperature can either be adjusted up to get warmer or in a minus or a lower number to get colder. Inside this piece of kit is, in its simplest terms, a pin, and the purpose of that pin is if it's open it will let more heat through, and if it's closed it will stop letting heat through, and that's controlled by a little metal coil. So the hotter the radiator gets, the coil will expand, shut the pin, and the colder it gets, it will contract and open the pin. So to adjust the temperature, like I said, most of the time there'll be numbers on it. If there's not, there should be a plus and a minus, and if you can't see them, always use the method of lefty-loosey to make it open and righty-tighty to turn it off. So in this case, to make it open, we're going to apply the lefty-loosey, and that will open the radiator valve, and the radiator valve will start getting hotter. And again, righty-tighty, that will turn it off. Now, most of the time people will think, I'm really cold, I want to turn the radiator up to number 5 for it to be the hottest it can possibly be. That's really good in an idea, but what will happen is your radiator will get really hot really quickly, and then the pin will close because it's done the job that it's meant to do. So if you are someone that feels the cold, I would always recommend having it on between 2 and 3. This means that the radiator will stay open the whole time, the water will consistently flow through, and you'll feel warm all the time, it won't shut off. What happens if your radiator is either not getting hot, or it feels like it's really hot and doesn't matter which way you turn it, the temperature doesn't seem to adjust on the radiator? It could mean that that pin is stuck. Now that's a really easy fix. Down here on the thermostatic radiator valve, you'll see a coupling or a nut underneath. In this one it's silver. On yours it could be white. If you, again, apply the rule of lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, so if you turn it to the left and keep turning it, that will take the thermostatic radiator valve off, and you'll see here the pin. Now sometimes these can get jammed. If they're jammed in the open position, that means water will flow through and will constantly flow through, but you won't be able to adjust the temperature. And if it's stuck in the closed position, it means that there won't be any flow through your radiator. So again, it will feel like it's off all the time. The easiest thing to do is to flip this upside down, pop it on top of the pin, and just apply a gentle amount of pressure. If you feel it go up and down, that means that you've loosened it off and that's good to use. To put this back, simply find the 0 position to open it up. Sorry, apply it to the most open it can be, but find the measure stick. This could either be indicated like this one in a hard bit of plastic, or on a line or on an arrow, and point that to a position where you can see it. Put it on, line it up, and again, righty-tighty to just tighten this back up. That should have now resolved the pin being stuck, and you should be able to use the radiator as you need to.